Welcome to Lab 24, configuring and applying standard named access lists. So named access lists are part of the CCENT or CCNA exam syllabus if you're doing the one exam. So same configuration commands, but the syntax changes very slightly when we're doing our named access lists. And you need to be familiar with how to configure these for the exams. So I'll hop on to our GNS3 topology here. I'm just showing you how to wipe off the last configuration or the access list part. You just type out the command again, no access -list m, and you can see that will wipe off our access list. Basically, the reason why I'm doing this is it just saves putting all the IP addresses in, and you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I know how to do IP addresses now, so why do I have to keep typing them in again? And the answer is you don't. So I've removed the access list and I'm actually going on to the interface now and also taking it off the interface. So this is going to leave us with a just a configuration with IP addresses and any routes we have, any static routes. So do try it for yourself once you're happy with all the basic commands, because the topologies kind of repeat themselves. They do change a lot, but while we're doing access lists, I think most of the IP addressing, for example, just repeats itself. We don't concentrate on that part of the command line. So IP access lists, I'll hit the question mark a few times just to show you the options you have. You're only really going to be looking at a couple of those. I think we look at logging in a later lab maybe. So IP access -list standard, and we're going to give it a name. So real handy for us to know what our access list does, because you could have several. I've worked for some companies that have got some standard access lists that they use all over the network, and it's handy to have names so you can know which one's doing which, rather than looking at access list number 273, for example. Doesn't really mean anything to us. I just missed off a number on the access list while I was talking there. You can see I've got 3 10s and then a dot. Alright, so the router knows that we're talking about a network now. I didn't put the term host in. So I'm denying anything on the 10.10.10.network with the wildcard mask. You can see you obviously need to be familiar with the theory behind wildcard masks, which hopefully is included in your study guide, whichever one you're reading. We're permitting traffic from the 172.16 network. Obviously, to get access lists to work, we need to apply them somewhere, and in this instance, this access list looks like it's going onto the serial interface here. Doing our testing now. we're pinging with the source address. You can see some of the traffic is blocked with the fact we're getting the U's and reachables. Show IP access list would show us some hits. I'll put the name in here. So you can see we've got various matches on the access list, and the access list has also been given sequence numbers, which was applied to a later version of iOS. I'm not sure which one. That'll be important later for a later lab. We can show IP interface and look to see if any access list is applied there. Now we see inbound access list is applied, so that's the handy command to see as well. But that's the end of the lab. I will see you on the next lab.